In business, we're always taught to fight harder, to be smarter, and to just flat out beat our rivals. But what if the real secret to winning was to just stop competing entirely? That's the powerful idea at the heart of Blue Ocean strategy, a way to leave the bloody, crowded waters of competition behind and create brand new markets just for you.
Okay, so let's break this down. On the left, you've got the red ocean. I want you to picture a shark tank where everyone is fighting over the same group of customers. It gets messy and the water turns red. But on the right, you have the blue ocean. It's this vast, wide open market. It's untouched, it's clear. The goal here isn't to just win the fight, it's to make the fight and your competitors totally relevant by creating something brand new.
So, how do you actually find one of these blue oceans? Well, it all starts with one single foundational idea: value innovation. Now, value innovation isn't about making a few small tweaks here and there. We're talking about a massive, quantum leap in value for your customers, while, and this is the key part, also lowering your own costs. See, traditional strategy always forces you to choose. You can offer more value for more money or less for less. Value innovation just throws that whole rulebook out and asks, hey, why can't we do both? And this is what's so radical about it. It completely shatters that fundamental trade-off between value and cost. By chasing both at the exact same time, you're not just playing the game better than everyone else, you are fundamentally changing the rules of the game itself. Okay, but value innovation is a pretty big concept, right? To actually make it work, you need a practical tool. And that's where the 4 actions framework comes in. This simple grid, which we call ERRC, is really the engine that drives the whole thing. Its entire purpose is to force you to question absolutely everything your industry just takes for granted. And by doing that, you start to uncover what buyers actually care about. So the framework gives us 4 really powerful questions. First, what are the things our industry has been doing forever that we can just completely eliminate? Second, what things have been way over-engineered that we can reduce way below the standard? Third, on the flip side, what should we raise far above what anyone else is doing to create new value? And finally, the most exciting one, what can we create that the industry has never, ever offered before? Now, this all sounds great in theory, but you're probably wondering, does it actually work in the real world? Oh, absolutely. Let's look at a few amazing examples of companies that use this exact thinking to sail right into their own blue oceans. All right, let's talk about the wine industry. For decades, it was a classic red ocean. Super intimidating, full of complex jargon, tradition, and prestige. And then along comes Yellowtail. They didn't ask how to make a better or more prestigious wine. No, they completely redefined the problem. So using that framework, they eliminated all the intimidating stuff, like the complex aging processes and all that fancy jargon. They reduced the complexity of both the taste and the choices on the shelf. Then they raised the fun factor way up and created a simple, easy-to-drink social beverage that appealed to people who normally drank beer or cocktails, a massive group the wine industry had just completely ignored for years. And this exact same way of thinking works in totally different industries. Take Nintendo. Back in the 2000s, they were getting crushed in the console war by Sony and Microsoft. So they did something truly radical. Instead of building an even more powerful machine for the same hardcore gamers, they turned their attention to non-gamers. They reduced all the things the industry was obsessed with, like bleeding-edge graphics and processing power. And in their place, they created something totally new. These intuitive motion controls and games that were all about simple, interactive fun for the entire family. Suddenly, they pulled in grandparents, little kids, and parents who had never dreamed of buying a video game console, creating a gigantic, new blue ocean for themselves. But for a truly epic, just jaw-dropping example, you have to look at Marvel. In the late 90s, they were bankrupt, completely stuck in the red ocean of the comic book business. Their blue ocean move wasn't just to start making movies. It was creating an interconnected cinematic universe. This totally new model of storytelling, with characters and plot lines weaving through different films, was a blue ocean so vast and profitable, it led to a $4 billion acquisition by Disney. Now, as exciting as all of this sounds, and believe me, it is, creating a brand new market isn't exactly a walk in the park. It comes with its own very unique and pretty significant set of challenges. You have to ask yourself, is no competition really always a good thing? An empty ocean might not be an untapped gold mine. It could just be a desert where other people have already tried and failed, or even worse, a place where there's just no demand to begin with. I mean, think about it. When you are the first, the entire job of educating the market and explaining what your thing even is, that falls completely on your shoulders. You have to convince people they even have a problem that you can solve, which means longer sales cycles, there's nobody to compare your prices to, and there's no data you can point to prove a return on investment. You're not just selling a product anymore, you're selling an entirely new category. And trust me, that is a massive undertaking. So here's the big takeaway. Blue Ocean Strategy isn't just some clever business school idea. It's really a challenge. It's a challenge to stop obsessing over your competition and to start looking for the non-customers, the unsolved problems, and the hidden assumptions that no one else has dared to question. Because for the ones who actually succeed, the reward isn't just winning the game. It's a whole new ocean of opportunity.